An attorney chose to skip out the back door rather than explain the lawsuits he's filed over dozens of metro area swimming pools. Channel 2's consumer investigator Jim Strickland started digging after discovering the attorney and a single plaintiff have teamed up in a controversial crusade. Jim's live in Cobb County. Jim?
Jovita, the pools are at local motels like this one at the Baymont Suites off Delk Road in Marietta. They open this weekend, and the question with these lawsuits involves whether they have one of these, a lift, as mandated by the Americans with Disabilities Act. Now, one plaintiff in a wheelchair has filed all of these lawsuits. Some say these cases are not about accessibility, but they're about money. Some may consider Dean Hagler a crusader. Metro innkeepers hit with his lawsuits do not.
It's a harassment for small businesses.
Chartur Chobhaya is one of dozens of operators Hagler has sued in the past year over the alleged lack of a pool lift. Many doubt the nobility of his cause.
It's more or less extortion.
Hagler even sued Mohan Hari, himself in a wheelchair following surgery. He had a pool lift, but took it out for repairs. He and other hotel operators say Hagler's never even been a customer.
He may have been around, looking around, or snooping around, but he's never been a guest at the hotel.
Hagler's filed suits against motels all over the metro. Most of their pools are warm weather only. They've been open only 300 days since the government started requiring pool lifts. Each of Hagler's suits says he personally visited. That means Hagler would have had to visit a motel about every 3 days.
You've been to all of those hotels, personally visited?
Actually, I've stayed at a couple of them.
You've stayed at a couple of them?
Not recently. I have no driver.
More numbers did not add up.
How many lawsuits do you think you've filed? Because I know how many.
15, 20.
The list is 94 motels. Hagler seemed unaware.
There's a lot more than meets the eye that's going on here.
Attorney Matt Simmons represents more than a dozen motels Hagler's targeted. He says some of his clients actually did have pool lifts, but settled anyway, rather than pay for a court fight.
Are you saying this is a shakedown?
Legally speaking, one could say that.
Records show 44 of Hagler's suits have settled so far. Legal newsletter Law 360 says $4,000 to $5,000 is a common settlement payment. Do the math, it's at least $176,000. Hagler denies getting dime one.
You get no money.
I get no money.
The law says Hagler's only supposed to get the pool lift installed. His lawyer gets legal fees.
Mr. Pope?
We had called.
Hello, Mr. Pope?
And emailed multiple times, but Hagler's attorney, Matthew Pope of Columbus,
Hello?
never responded. The business card I left was gone the next day when I tried again.
Let's see if we can get around the side.
We were too late as a car bolted from Pope's parking spot. Eye contact with my photographer was the only contact we ever got. Hagler says his campaign and his motives are legit.
These motel owners don't like you much.
I don't care. They need to fix it.
Now, we searched for the attorney who filed all of these after he bolted. We could not find him. I called him one more time and got no response.